Well, hello everyone. I hope you will join me in wishing my dear husband Bill a very happy 61st birthday. We're back from Zurich. We came back home yesterday afternoon. Spent the week there mainly so that my husband could go to a summer seminar session, intensive session at the Carl Jung Institute in Küsnacht. I, on the other hand, mainly just tagged along, spent a lot of time hanging out by Lake Zurich, and one day went to the botanical gardens. It was a good time. We had, honestly, the first time I went to Switzerland, I didn't really like it very much, and I think that was in 2008. That was the first time I ever set foot in Switzerland. But every time I go back there, I like it a little bit more. It's kind of the same reaction I had to New York City the first time I went there. So, we had a good time in Zurich. It was our second visit to Zurich. Sorry, my nose is very itchy. Every time I get on the computer to speak, I get an itchy nose. And I read up on this. Apparently this is a phenomenon. Probably has to do with nerves. But anyway, he had a very productive time. I think he was very interested in the subject matter. He's been attending analysis for the last few years. And back in 2021, we went to Zurich the first time during the pandemic, of course. And we visited Carl Jung's house, which, was a very enlightening, interesting experience, especially given how much it reeked of tobacco. Carl Jung was a very heavy smoker. And so if you went into his office, it just reeks of cigarettes. And, he's been dead for a long time, so I don't know. That was the one thing I really remembered most about it. I think he's very interesting. I don't actually know that much about Carl Jung, but Bill is very much a student of him. So we went to this conference mainly to just see if it was something that he might want to do when his job eventually ends. Because eventually it is going to end, what he's doing now. And I think he really, really enjoyed his time. So I would not be surprised if my husband, who is a career army guy, ends up eventually becoming a Jungian psychologist. But I'm happy for him. It makes him happy, and I think that he's kind of a healer. In other news, we discovered yesterday, perhaps in a gift to my husband, that his daughter is now expecting her 5th baby. So perhaps by the end of the year there'll be another grandchild. She's not my daughter. She is his daughter from his first marriage. So anyway, she's about 19 weeks along. I'm wishing and hoping the best. So, and I have a lot to do. I've got a lot of writing to do, because when I take trips, I always write them up in my travel blog. And that was 8 days, 8 nights worth of travel to Switzerland. So I've got a lot to do on that. And I also write another blog where I basically vent my spleen. And I have something I have to write for that today. But probably today I will do a straight song for Bill, because that is something that I can give him that nobody else can. There's one thing I can give him that nobody else can. Maybe too hot for the other things I can give him, right? I hope I will be able to do a parody at some point this week, because I have a lot of ideas, and let's face it, the last couple of weeks really been flush with things that I could write about. The problem is that parodies take a long time to make, because first you gotta find the song, and then you gotta rewrite the words, and then you gotta sing them, And then I don't do the really fancy AI stuff that some of the other parody people do, because that just doesn't interest me that much. But then I've got to go and find photos and memes and GIFs and stuff, and that takes a long time. And then you add in the inevitable lags and crap that you get when you try to work on a computer with, the internet is lagging or your computer hangs up on you. So that slows things down too. But I am pretty certain that next week my husband has got to go on another one of his business trips, and I will be alone and in need of things to do. So next week will probably be a fertile time for parodies, if that's why you have come to my channel. And one other thing I want to say is thank you to everybody who has subscribed recently. For some reason in the last week or so, I've gotten more subscribers. I guess they found my things they do for Trump video. I can't promise that I'm always going to do something that engaging, but I will certainly try. And I'm happy to have you here. I'll do what I can to make it worth your while to be here. As for everybody else, the ones that have been around for a while now, thanks again for tuning in, and hope you have a good Monday. Hopefully today I will have time to make a song, at least for my husband's birthday, right? And I'm not going to sing happy birthday to him. I'll find something that will give him a raise, if you catch my drift. Have a good day. See you next video. Bye.